This session will go for the application part of tenses, right? We've discussed tenses in detail. The four categories: simple, present, simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. Clear? We have discussed the structures in detail. The structures of the four categories of present tense, past tense, and future tense. Right? I asked you to learn the structures by heart. If you know the structures by heart, the tense and category of every sentence can be identified, undoubtedly. Right? Then I told you when to use simple past, when to use present perfect, when to use past perfect, when to use future perfect, simple present, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous, etc. Right? Simple past is used to refer to a past action if the time of the past action is mentioned or known. If the time of the past action is mentioned or known, we have to go for simple past. Whereas if the time of the past action is not mentioned or unknown, we have to go for present perfect. So present perfect is used to refer to a past action if the time of the action is unknown or not mentioned. Clear? Then when to use past perfect? When there are two actions in the past tense, and only if there is a time difference between the two actions, the action that is completed first, not started first, the action that is completed first must be in the past perfect tense. Clear? And if time difference is not there, then past perfect tense should not be used. Not more than one action can be in the past perfect tense. That means only the action that is completed first must be in the past perfect tense, and that too only if there's a time difference. If there's no time difference, then past perfect should not be used, and only one action in a sentence can be in the past perfect tense. Clear? Now future perfect is used to refer to an action that will be completed. Will be completed in the sense it's future. So future perfect is used to refer to an action that will be completed, right? Then I told you when to use simple present. Simple present is used to refer to actions that happen regularly. Words like every time, every day, always, often, daily. All these words tell us about a regularly happening action, usually, etc. Right? All these words tell us about an action that happens regularly. Every time, every day, always, often, daily, usually. So for actions that happen regularly, we go for simple present. And to state facts like the sun rises in the east, right? We go for simple present. Continuous tense is used to refer to an action. Continuous tense in the sense present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. Continuous tense is used to refer to an action that keeps going. That means continuous actions will never end, right? In a continuous sentence, present continuous, past continuous, as well as future continuous. In a continuous sentence, time period should not be mentioned. Time period should not be mentioned in a continuous sentence. If the time period is mentioned, that means the action is coming to an end. And continuous actions will never end. So in a continuous sentence, whether it is present or past or future, time period should not be mentioned. Clear? In fact, time period can be mentioned in a perfect continuous sentence. Time period can be mentioned in a perfect continuous sentence. Because perfect continuous tense is used to refer to actions that start and keep going. That means ing. Till some time. That some time is the time period. Clear? So it's used to refer to actions that start and keep going till some time. So time period can be mentioned in a perfect continuous sentence, but time period should not be mentioned in a continuous sentence. Clear? Then I told you about the usage of for and since. For is used to refer to a time period like 50 years, 5 hours, 50 years, 5 hours, 7 months, 2 weeks, 5 days, 4 minutes, 6 seconds. All these are termed as periods of time. When we refer to a period of time, the preposition that is used is for. right? Since is for a point of time. Since is for a point of time. Like since 3 o'clock, since 2000, right? When we refer to a point of time, we have to go for since. Whereas when we refer to a period of time, we have to go for, right? Now in fact, since is for an action that has started in the past and which is still continuing. That is perfect continuous. Clear? Since is used for an action that has started in the past and which is still continuing. That means since has got impact in the present. Since has got impact in the present, I repeat, because it refers to an action that has started and which is still continuing. So since has got impact in the present. And since appears in perfect continuous, because the rule or the situation where we need to use since and perfect continuous tense are the same. Perfect continuous is used to refer to actions that start and keep going. Similarly, since is used for an action that started in the past, that starts in the past, that start and keep going till some time. So since has got impact in the present. So the sentence, in a sentence, if since is there, that means the sentence must be in the present perfect continuous tense. Got it? Fine. Now we'll think about the application part as to when to use the different categories of tenses. Clear? We'll eliminate options based only on the rules. Fine? Right. Come to the first one. Birds dash every year. Birds dash every year. There's a key word in this sentence. Now, every is a word that suggests a regularly happening action. Right? Like as I said, every day, every time, usually, often, always. All these words, daily, all these words suggest a regularly happening action. So here, the word every is a key word here. It suggests a regularly happening action. And as we discussed, which tense, which category must be used for a regularly happening action? For actions that happen regularly, we have to go for simple present tense. That is a rule, right? For actions that happen regularly, we have to go for simple present tense. Based on that, we can eliminate two options. Migrated is simple past tense. Subject plus V2, eliminated. Subject is birds, right? Fine. Are migrating is present continuous. We have to use simple present here because it's a regularly happening action. Based on that, option 3 is also eliminated. Clear? Now we're left with migrate and migrates. Both are V1. What is the rule of simple present tense? The rule of simple present tense is subject plus V1. And V1 is the present form of the verb. Clear? The subject in this sentence is birds plus migrate is V1. Migrates is also V1. The only difference is that migrate is plural and migrates is singular because of the S. Clear? Migrate is plural, migrates is singular. Now, as you know, the basic rule of subject-verb agreement is if the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb must also be plural. The subject in this sentence is birds, plural, so the verb must also be plural. Based on that concept, migrates gets eliminated because it's singular, answer must be migrate. Clear? Birds migrate every year. Simple present tense because it's a regularly happening action. Got it? Fine. Birds migrate every year. Come to the second one. Understand the meaning of the sentence. Most importantly, the context, that is the meaning of the sentence, and then apply the rules. Right? Fine. Come to the second sentence. He dashed to Chennai yesterday. He dashed to Chennai yesterday. This sentence refers to an action in the past or present or future. This sentence refers to an action in the past because yesterday is there. So the option that we select must also be in the past tense. Based on that, I can eliminate one option, that is goes. Goes is in the simple present tense, B1. Now has gone is which category? Has plus gone is V1 or V2 or V3? It is go, went, gone. So it is has plus V3. Has plus V3 is a rule of which category? Present perfect. Leave it there. Come to 4. Had gone. Had gone is had plus V3. Had plus V3 is rule of which category? Past perfect. Now I told you the rule or the situation where we need to use past perfect tense. What is the situation? When there are two actions in the past tense, and only if there is a time difference between the two actions, the action that is completed first must be in the past perfect tense. Clear? In the sentence, how many actions are there in the past tense? There is only one action in the past tense. For past perfect to be used, there must be two actions. Here we have only one action. Based on that, 4 is also eliminated. Clear? Now we are left with 2 and 3. 2 says went. He went. Simple past tense. Subject plus V2. Whereas 3 is he has gone. Present perfect. Subject plus has plus V3. I told you when to use simple past, when to use present perfect. Come to 3. Present perfect. Present perfect is used to refer to a past action if the time of the action is not mentioned or unknown. Clear? Present perfect is used to refer to a past action if the time of the action is not mentioned or unknown. Does the sentence tell us about the time of the action? Yes. The time of the action is talked about in the sentence, that is yesterday. Yesterday is the time of the action, so present perfect cannot be used, eliminated. Now we have only one option left, that is 2 went. He went is simple past tense. The situation where we need to use simple past is, simple past is used to refer to a past action, is the past action, sentence is the past action. If the time of the action is mentioned, the time of the action is given there in the sentence, that is yesterday, so answer must be 2, he went to Chennai yesterday. Clear? So as I said, don't get stuck with any option, keep eliminating options based only on the rules, right? So based on the rules, I eliminated 1, 3 and 4. I am left with only one option, that is option 2, he went to Chennai yesterday. Clear? Now what if I change the sentence like this? He dashed to Chennai. He dashed to Chennai. Then the option must be, then the answer must be option 3. He has gone to Chennai, present perfect, because the time of the past action is not mentioned. Clear? So think very critically and then eliminate options and go for the best option. Clear? So it must be he went to Chennai yesterday. Right? Come to the next one. Mr. Reddy dash English since 2000. Since is a key word here. Clue. I told you since is used to refer to a point of time. 2000 is a point of time, so that is okay. Fine. And since has got impact in the present, because since is used for an action that started in the past and which is still continuing. So since has got impact in the present. Based on that, I can eliminate two options. Was teaching is past tense, taught is also past tense, eliminated. Clear? I told you since appears, the rule with since, the rule regarding since is same as the rule regarding perfect continuous, because perfect continuous also refers to an action that start and keep going. So the rule regarding since and perfect continuous is the same, so we have to go for an option that is in the perfect continuous tense. That too not in the perfect continuous, it should be in the present perfect continuous, because since has got impact in the present. Based on that, option 1 is gone, because 1 says is teaching. Is teaching is present continuous. We want an option in the perfect continuous tense. Now only one option left, answer is 4. Has been teaching, write down the order. Has plus been plus V1 plus ing. Has plus been plus V1 plus ing is a rule of which category? Present perfect continuous. Answer must be 4. Mr. Reddy has been teaching English since 2000. Got it? Next one. He dashed a letter before he arrived. He dashed a letter before he arrived. Now, when you look for an error based on tenses, the main thing to look for is tense consistency. Tense consistency. Tense consistency means if a sentence starts in the past tense, till then it must be in the past tense. Similarly, if a sentence begins in the present tense, till then it must be in the present tense. If a sentence begins in the future tense, till then it must be in the future tense. The author will not or the author cannot jump from one tense to the other in the same sentence. The author has to maintain tense consistency in a sentence. Clear? So if a sentence starts in the present, till then it must be in the present. Past, same thing. Future, also same thing. If you look for tense consistency, you can easily eliminate options. Anyways, there's no need for you to create options. There is no need for you to frame sentences. Your only task is applying the rules, find out the exact answer. Clear? Right. So look for tense consistency mainly in the case of sentence correction. Come to the sentence, the fourth sentence. He dashed a letter before he arrived. This sentence ended in the past tense. He arrived. That means this sentence should start in the past tense as well. Tense consistency must be there. So based on that, I can eliminate one option, that is fourth option. Will write is in the future tense. Eliminated. Easily eliminated. Clear? Now come to option 2. Has written. How many actions are there in the sentence? In the sentence we have two actions. One is he dashed a letter, other one is he arrived. We have two actions in the past tense here. Clear? Is there any word in this sentence that tells us about a time difference between the two actions? Yes. The word before tells us about a time difference between the two actions. So here we have two actions in the past tense and there is a time difference as well. Clear? Now which rule can be related to this sentence? The rule regarding past perfect can be related to this sentence. Because the rule of past perfect is this: when there are two actions in the past tense, here we have two actions.